Oh my god, it is so hot in the UK. Hey everyone, it's Rose and welcome back to my channel. I have just been away for a week in lovely Mallorca. It was so nice. The sun was so refreshing. I was sunbathing, I was swimming in the sea to cool off, and now I've come home to the UK to this muggy heat wave that is just horrible. So I thought, to distract myself, we would read together for a few days to get us through the heat wave together. So that's what today's video is. It is another spoiler-free reading vlog. Come read with me during a heat wave to get through this together and get my mind off of how hot I am right now. It is currently Monday. It is around about 11:30 in the late morning, and my plan for today is I want to try and read an entire book. Very ambitious, but it's like my last day of nothing before it's back to reality. So what better way to spend my day than reading a whole book? And I am fed up of the heat already, so we're not going to read a genre that matches that. In fact, we're going to read a horror, because today I really want to read The Caretaker by Marcus Klewa. He is the author of We Used to Live Here, which is one of my favourite horror books ever, so of course I need to read his latest release. And I think if I'm going to read an entire book, it should probably be a short one. This one is around about 300 pages. I think it's going to be doable for today. I don't really know what this is even about, so let's have a look at the synopsis. Follow the rights, nothing less than survival of humanity is at stake. Exciting opportunity, caretaker urgently needed, 3 days of work, competitive pay, serious applicants only. Maisie Mullins can't say why the job posting grabbed her attention. It had the pull of a fisherman's lure, barbed hook and all, vaguely ominous. But after an endless string of failed job interviews, she's not exactly in the position to be picky. She has rent to pay, groceries to buy and a younger sister to provide for. Besides, it's only 3 days of work. 3 days cooped up in a stranger's house surrounded by the Oregon coast wilderness. What starts as a peculiar side gig soon becomes a waking nightmare. An incomprehensible evil may dwell on this property, and Maisie Mullins might just be the only thing standing between it and the rest of humanity. Follow the rights, follow the rights, follow the rights. I'm kind of scared. I'm so excited. I feel like reading this in summer is just... It's Summerween, isn't it? It's the epitome of reading horror in May. I am gonna go... I don't think I can go in the garden. I think it's already too hot to go out there. So I'm gonna go downstairs, sit with the fan on full, start this book, and we'll see how today goes. I had to put my hair up because it is too hot. But the noise in the background is an aircon machine that we bought last summer, so it's cooling the room down. I just read the prologue of this book, and I'm so creeped out but so intrigued. This is gonna be good, I know it. Just from those like 10 pages. Honestly, how can I be like so hot? But I had full body chills, full body goosebumps. It was so creepy already. And I just think there's gonna be like an impending like sense of dread and doom throughout the book, which is hard to do in horror, but when you do it, so good. Pays off so well. I think that's my favourite part about horror books, is the atmosphere. Rather than the actual plot, it's like that feeling that you know something's going wrong, there's something not quite as it seems, and the slow building and reveal of that is what can really make a book for me. And Marcus Klewa did that really well in his other books, so I am very excited to continue reading. Moved upstairs because my dad has the TV on downstairs and I just couldn't concentrate, so I've come up here. I am of course joined by my shadow, Custard, and I'm going to read some more. So I got sick. I didn't read the book in a day. I am not feeling well right now, but I read to page 75 and I am enjoying this so much already. I have had multiple points where I have been so creeped out. I've had full body chills and I'm not even 100 pages in. The sense of dread I have with this book is so strong in the best way. If a horror book can actually scare me, that is the whole point. That is what I want. And I'm already scared. This just so good. I have a feeling it's going to be a 5-star. You know, it's early days, so we will see, but I have a very good feeling about this. I got sicker. Whoa, you can tell. I look rough. I have a doctor's appointment in a bit. I'm not doing great. But the one thing that is saving me is how good this book is. I literally woke up and immediately started reading it. I'm just over 100 pages in. I want to binge it, but at the same time want to savour it because it is just so good, so fun. And also, I don't know, like, I want to fully absorb all the info, and with me not feeling great right now, I don't want to, like, not get the full experience of the horror because my brain's not absorbing it all. So I'm taking it very slowly, although I do want to binge it. I am holding myself back. I'm going to take this with me to the waiting room because I hate doctors. I know no one likes them, but I don't like the waiting. The actual doctor's bit's fine, but the waiting around because it's never on time is the bit that I don't like. So I think I'm going to keep myself distracted and we'll just see. I'm on page 177. Although the first like 20 pages of this weren't numbered, it was like in letters instead, and then it started back at 1 again. So I've read more pages than that. So I don't know how far I'd say I'm in. 65% maybe? Very creeped out. I was reading in the garden and it started to get dark. I had to put the book down. I really want to continue, but I'm also scared to read this like when it's night, the sun has officially set, because it is so creepy, and the creepiest things in this book happen at night. So if I want to sleep tonight, it's probably not the best idea to continue, but at the same time, I can't put it down. It's just addictive. I do have, if you can see, 2 little reading buddies there, keeping me company and protecting me. So maybe I'll read for a little bit longer tonight, but I don't feel great either, so maybe I should get an early night. The heat has not been helping with that, but I don't know. I love the book, what can I say? I'm fighting the urge between continuing and not scaring myself. We'll see what I end up picking. It is the next evening. I have about 70 pages left. These stakes have ramped up so high and I really want to finish this, but I'm also really scared. So my aim is to finish the book before it gets to like 10 p.m. at night when it's properly pitch black, because I fear I will not sleep tonight if I finish this in the dark. Please wish me luck. It is a terrifying book in the best way possible. I love this. I finished it. I'll talk about my thoughts in the morning when I've processed. I think I'm in shock right now at that ending. Oh my god. I've got 2 buddies with me for this clip. So it's been a couple days since I last spoke to you because I was digesting the ending of this book, and good news for the heat wave. It has finally rained. It is finally cooling down in the UK, which is just excellent news. If I sound like I'm talking with a lisp, I've got some issues going on with my mouth right now. I'm not very well. I do apologise. Hopefully it's going to clear up in time for the next few clips, because I can understand this being very annoying. But I'm going to try and get out my thoughts as quick as possible because talking is kind of painful right now. I rated this book 5 stars. Shock horror. This is probably definitely top 5 best books I've read this year. This is one of my favourite horrors. This is officially one of my favourite authors, Marcus Klewer. He was already my favourite after his first book, but this has really cemented it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder. This man writes well. I was very scared by the ending. This was just written so well. If you want a horror book, read this. If you have never read horror before and you want something a bit scary, read this. If you want just a good book, read this. It was so good, so much fun, and I'm so happy to have read it. I wish that Marcus Klewer had written more, because anything he writes seems like it's going to be a 5-star, and a 5-star feeling is just great. Speaking of a 5-star feeling, I think I know what the next book I'm going to read in this vlog is, and it is predicted to be 5 stars. Because once again, I feel like I say this every few months on a vlog, which timeline wise checks out. Frida McFadden's new release has just come out. This is The Divorce. Of course, I'm going to be buddy reading it with Ellen like I do with basically all her releases now. It is so fun. For the last few years, every time a Frida release is round the corner, me and Ellen are texting, lining up our schedules. It is so much fun reading a Frida McFadden book with her because we're both plotting, we're both trying to figure out the twists, and it's just such a good time. She's one of my favourite authors. I'm always guaranteed a fun time, some crazy twists, and I have never once predicted an ending of her books, so maybe this one will be like no other. I actually don't really know anything about this, so I'm gonna look up the synopsis. I assume a divorce happens, but that is literally it. What is a happily ever after really worth? Razor-sharp, subversive thriller where love curdles into vengeance and survival becomes the most dangerous game of all. Okay, I won't read you anymore, even though it's all, you know, the synopsis, because I love going into her books blind. It is so fun. So I'm not even going to read more of what it's about. I think I'm just going to get started this afternoon. I have nothing to do. So it is a perfect time to just get reading, get chatting with Ellen, and see where this book takes me. The usual setup for when I'm in this position. We have the deaf dog over here. She can't hear how loud she's being, so the snoring is coming from her. I also have two dogs behind me that you can't see, so any dog noises in the camera, it's not me. As usual, Miss Frida has gone right into it. The prologue starts with, when the police arrive, how will I explain the dead bodies in the house? What? I'm so excited. Reading a Frida McFadden book for the first time is like a high. I get so excited. That sounds so sad, but I think the Reader girls will get it. I'm so excited for this book. It has started off insanely, and I can't wait to lock in and get some pages read. So I am around 30% of the way into The Divorce, and as usual with Frida McFadden, I am flying through this book. The FMC is really annoying me. She's the most naive woman I have ever read about, but is intentional, and I have a feeling the naivety is going to end up working in her favour in unconventional way, shall we say. I'm having a great time with it. Me and Ellen are buddy reading it, in fact, and we're around about the same page right now. We seem to be pacing very similarly so far, which is very, very good, and I'm not rushing it. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. Sometimes I find it harder to update you when I'm enjoying a book, because how many times can I say it's good, I'm excited, I'm enjoying it? Whereas if I don't like a book, I can go on a rant, but no news is good news in that way then, because I'm having a good time. So Ellen, the lovely lady I've been buddy reading with, has had a travel day today. So throughout the day, she has done something so clever. Let me see if I can get it up on my phone. She's been sending me updates on the book in invisible ink on the iPhone, so I can like swipe to reveal them. On her travel day, she's ended up binging the entirety of the book, and she was like, I'm so sorry, I finished the book. I was like, do not be sorry, it means I can binge read the remaining, what, 70% I have, which is literally how I love to read thriller books. I love to binge them, and I'm gonna have her little notes that I can reveal as I go, which is gonna be so exciting. So it is currently 7 PM right now. I am out in the garden with 2 of the 3 mutts. These 2 are the only 2 that really come out here to play. Pepsi normally comes out here to sunbathe, but it's very overcast today. And I am going to try and finish the rest of the book tonight. So we will see what time I go to bed, because when I get hooked, it could be 3 AM. If the book's good, I'll stay up to finish it. I've moved inside because it is getting dark and cold out, but this woman, she's infuriating me. She's so naive. She still continues to be shocked every time her husband does something bad. She thinks he can do no wrong. Oh my god. Like, at some point, you've gotta get out of the denial stage, girl. It is crazy. So I may have been a bit too ambitious with my plan of finishing my entire book last night, because I only got 56% of the way in before I called it a night. I didn't want to ruin my experience of this book by staying up way too late and reading it when I was really tired, because this could be 5 stars for me. I'm loving it that much, and I didn't want to risk
not enjoying it that much. So I'm gonna plan on finishing the remainder of it today because I don't have much to do this afternoon. But hey, if something comes up, I'm not gonna rush it. I'm not gonna ruin the 5-star, because then we would have read back-to-back 5 stars in this video as well. How cool would that be? That I don't think has ever happened before. Yeah, still loving it. I have loved so much the use of invisible ink that Ellen's done, where I can like reveal and see what she's said like from each chapter, because I have a suspicion and then I'll be like, right, are we thinking the same thing? And then I'll get to the end of the chapter, swipe, she was thinking the same thing. It is so much fun, and it's a great tool for buddy reading that I never knew. Even like I knew it existed, but I didn't know what we could use it for. So pro tip, if you're buddy reading and you both have an iPhone, use that tool. I'm waffling now. It is time to get ready for the day. I'm gonna go over the road to go and get an energy drink, and then I'm gonna lock in. Of course there's gonna be a white monster, that's the only ones I drink anyway. And then I'm gonna lock in and potentially finish this book in one sitting. We will see. Why? I just made it to part 2. I knew that was going to happen from the beginning of that chapter. Like, I knew that's how that was going to end up. But I'm hoping that this woman stops being so naive and like lets her unhinged out now, because that could be very entertaining to read. I feel like now she might feel like, I'm in this much shit, might as well ramp it up a notch. It's not a spoiler, that's just me predicting. Oh my god. I'm like 65% of the way in now, I think. 66. Sorry. I'm about to go to my nana's, but you best believe I'm taking my Kindle with me because I gotta know how this continues. I think there's 4 parts in this, and I've only just hit part 2. Obviously, the other part's going to be shorter, but that means we have got a lot more plot-wise to go, and I feel like the action's really going to be ramping up now, because this can't end well, what's just happened. Like, this has got to be the beginning of the end in terms of everything not falling apart. Ellen's commentary is continuing to be fun and entertaining, so I will of course also be bringing my phone with me so I can read those texts. And this book's so good. I'm having such a good time. I feel like I'm always saying that, but hey, I read because I enjoy it. Of course I'm having a good time with a Freida McFadden book. I am home. I am now on part 3, and I am reeling from the shock of the plot twist that just happened. We literally got to the most insane bit, and then I was like, I've got to stop, I've got to spend time with my nana, and then I've got to get home. So I felt so bad. I was like talking to her and eating dinner with her and stuff, and all I could do was think about this book in the back of my mind. So I'm about to use the last like 20 minutes or so of sunlight to sit in my back garden and continue reading, because I have to know where we're going from here. I need an explanation for what I've just read. My god. What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, these people are insane. But I'm loving this. I'm having such a good time. Freida McFadden will never not be insane in the best way. Good morning. I'm once again joined by at least 2 dogs behind me. So, oh. These are the culprits. So, if you can hear them, I do apologise. I am going to hold the camera because they're getting a bit too excited about it. So last night I finished up my book. I finished up The Divorce, and guys, this was a 5-star. The ending was crazy. I think me and Ellen have a little bit of like mixed opinions on how it ended, because I absolutely loved it and I'm not sure if she loved it as much as me. But I've had 2 back-to-back 5 stars. I love Freida McFadden. I love Marcus Klewer. They're both auto-buy authors for me. It's no longer a heatwave. We have made it to the other side in this one, guys. So I think that's where I'm going to end today's video. I only read 2 books, but I took my time with them. It took me a little while to read them, and they were both 5 stars. So I think it's justified me ending this video here because it's no longer a heat wave, and this video was supposed to be me reading to get through the heat wave. Read those 2 books, please. They're so good. Check content warnings though. It's obviously horror and thriller, so it's going to have some dark elements. But that is all from me. If you'd like to see more from me, please be sure to like and subscribe as I post new videos every single week. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in another video. Bye!